You have 24 hours in a day. 24 hours. How are you going to use it is the question. How do you use your 24 hours in a day? Right? A lot of people like to make excuses for why they don't have time to go to the gym, or they don't have time. They don't have the time to do it because they have a job, they work, or school, right? But I think it just comes down to time management, right? And how you manage your time. We all have this literally we all have the exact same 24 hours in a day. The question is, how exactly are you using your 24 hours is the question. Like, really ask yourself, how much bullshit is involved in 24 hours? How much bullshit are you indulging in those 24 hours? Right? Are you insinuating that you're busier than Mark Zuckerberg? Like, if you've seen Mark Zuckerberg recently, if you don't know who Mark Zuckerberg is, he's a billionaire. Pretty sure he owns Meta, Facebook, Instagram, all those social media platforms. And you would argue that he's a very busy guy, right? But if you've seen him recently, he's actually been getting quite jacked. Like, he actually has been getting like in pretty great shape. He's been doing boxing, he's getting in shape. Like, if a billionaire like that has time to go to the gym, what is your excuse? Are you trying to insinuate that you're busier than Jeff Bezos? Are you busier than a billionaire? Really? Do you run 6 businesses? Like, are you really that busy? Let me tell you a little story about my first year at university. But before I get into that story, though, I just want to say, make sure you book a one-on-one coaching call if you want to work with me personally to make sure you reach your fitness goals. So book that one-on-one coaching call, and we'll see if it makes sense to work together. But back to scheduled programming, back in my first year at university, that was the first year, I was pretty skinny. I was looking to get jacked, right? Because, first year, I just came out of a gap year and all that, right? And yeah, I wanted to start fresh. I really was looking to recreate myself. I wanted to look better, university is a new chapter in life. And I was really looking to level up. Right, level up my physique, level up in all aspects of life. This was there in a phase of my life when I was really looking to recreate myself, right? And during that time, I understood very early on that to get jacked, you need to be consistent. You have to be consistent, right? And I had a busy schedule. Like, I was working a part-time job at the time. Still am working a part-time job, and I was also a university student. I was taking 4 courses, full course load. Right? Mind you, I have to study for these courses and whatnot. And it all came down to just time management for me to hit the gym. It was funny because I actually remember people telling me, like, you're not going to have time to hit the gym. And people would tell me they don't have time to hit the gym, right? But I was making it happen, right? Like, my schedule consisted of, I would have classes from 10 a.m. I didn't really pick any of the 7 or 9 a.m.s. That's just not my vibe. But I took a lot of the 10 a.m. classes. And from 10 a.m. to about 3, I'd have my classes. And depending if I have a day off or not, I would go to the gym right after class. Or if I had work that day, I would literally go right after work, right after 9 to 5. Keep in mind that I didn't even have a car. So I didn't even have a way of transportation to these places. I was just on transit, right? And so you're telling me a guy on transit, a guy who takes the bus, who is a university student and he works a part-time job, right? And he's able to make it to the gym, but you can't without a vehicle? Are you telling me that guy can make it to the gym without a vehicle, but you probably have a vehicle and you can't make it to the gym? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You're kind of full of shit. You're kind of full of shit, bro. Like, I'm just being real. Like, you gotta figure out the bullshit in your life. You gotta figure out the bullshit excuses and the bullshit things that you're letting consume your 24 hours, right? I tell this story just to prove to you that your excuses aren't reasons and your reasons aren't excuses, right? Like, I'm not trying to say like you gotta work out like 7 days a week every day, right? I don't even work out I used to work out 7 days a week every day, but I kind of cut it down to 3 to 4 times a week because due to my schedule, since I'm a university student and I work a part-time job, right? Like, I'm not saying you gotta be David Goggins, right? But I think 3 to 4 times a week is good enough to build muscle, right? To build a solid physique, right? Like, I'm gonna be the first influencer to say this. Like, you don't have, no one's telling you to be David Goggins. You don't gotta be carrying the boats and shit, bro. You don't gotta, I mean, it's cool if you can carry the boats, you know what I'm saying? But you don't gotta be David Goggins. No one's asking you to be David Goggins. That is a one in a generation type person, right? Like, all I'm saying is, like, you can dedicate at least 3 to 4 times a week to the gym. Dedicate that time for yourself to better yourself, right? If you want to recreate yourself, that's what's going to take, right? By the way, if you're looking to recreate yourself, like, book a one-on-one coaching call. If you're looking to get jacked this year and be someone you're actually proud of, right? Book that one-on-one coaching call. Let's get to work. Let's get jacked. Let's start the journey of recreating yourself, bro. This winter arc, let's get to work, right? And I just want to remind you, as I'm closing this video, like, there's someone out there who's busier than you, who's making it happen, right? There's someone out there who's busier than you, who's outworking you, right? Because you are probably prioritizing, like, a lot of bullshit in your life. Like, you might be prioritizing social media, scrolling all the time. You might be prioritizing watching Netflix, curling up in a ball in your blanket with your hot chocolate and whatnot, right? You have to realize the bullshit in your life and get rid of it. You gotta get rid of the bullshit. You gotta get rid of there's bullshit in your life. We all have bullshit. I have bullshit in my life that I have to get rid of too. I'm not perfect. I ain't a saint. I'm not an angel. I'm not an angel here. You know what I'm saying? Like, these videos are more for me than it is you. Like, I'm trying to teach you guys, like, you gotta get rid of the excess bullshit that you have in your 24 hours in a day in order to better yourself, because there's things in your life that'll hold you back, right? Like, you can cut back on, social media usage, how much time you watch TV, the bad foods, the unnecessary time you're spending with friends, like doing most likely bullshit activities. That time can be used to better yourself, right? With that being said, that's all I really have to say for today. Make sure you book a one-on-one coaching call. So if you want to work with me personally to make a custom plan, if you're looking to get jacked, also send this to someone who needs to hear it. Send this to someone who's using their 24 hours very poorly. And comment, like, and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. How are you using your 24 hours in a day, right? Is there bullshit in your life that you need to get rid of, or is there not? Like, let me know how you're dealing with all this. And remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. I'll catch you guys next video. See ya.